What is up, everybody? Shauna D Man here, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are ready for the weekend and to get started. We are here with our season 3, episode 1 review of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. They dropped 2 episodes yesterday. You're getting episode 1 here, and then tomorrow you're getting episode 2 review. So that's how I'm going to do that. So, also, if you're new to the channel, be sure you hit that like and subscribe button, comment below. You can check out the links in the bottom of the channel for all my other platforms: YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitch. We are all over the place. And then later today, or actually later tonight on the gaming channel, we are doing part 3 of our live stream of Batman Arkham Knight. So you definitely don't want to miss that if you want to come and hang out for a bit. But other than that, let's jump into it. So, all right. So obviously we've had some time pass because of the writer's strike and things like that kind of delayed a little bit of season 3 of Strange New Worlds. A couple of months ago, maybe I think it was maybe May when this came out, but Strange New Worlds is going to end at 5 seasons. And so I believe they're already doing maybe post-production for season 4, and then they're going to jump right into season 5. So that means, potentially we'll get maybe season 4 2027, and then season 5 2028. Maybe it depends on how far along they are with the development of season 4. But so this season 2 left us off on a cliffhanger where we had the Gorn take the colonists and several members of Enterprise aboard their ship. Chaos is reigning, and it's just so. Let me get into this real quick, because this is something that bothered me as I was watching the episode. I think Paramount, Star Trek, whoever, I think they did maybe a little bit too much. I think what I mean by that is, number one, they showed us a clip that showed Nurse Chapel, La'an, Pike, and there's another one. I want to say Uhura, but I don't think that's right. But it showed them turning into Vulcans for a mission. So that clearly gave it away that, everything's going to work out when season 3 picks up right where we left off at the end of season 2. And then some of the trailers that came out just confirmed it. So it was just kind of like, it was very disappointing just being left on that cliffhanger of season 2, waiting for season 3 to come out, just to really know that, everybody's going to make it out of it all right. Which I probably knew that, but having it spoiled for me a little bit in like some of the clips and the trailers, just seeing everybody okay, I was kind of because the episode picks up where Enterprise is getting pelted by all these Gorn ships. Pike's trying to make decisions on how to rescue not only the colonists, but the crew members that got beamed onto the Gorn ship as well. Admiral April is telling Enterprise to retreat, but they don't want to lose the Gorn ship. So they come up with a plan where they're going to tune the harmonics of the shields and ram into the Gorn ship, which will temporarily disable both the ships, Enterprise and the Gorn main ship. And what they're going to do is basically tag the Gorn ship with a dummy torpedo. That way they're able to track it because of a rare metal that Spock pointed out several minutes beforehand. Meanwhile, in the sick bay, Nurse Chapel is working on Captain Patel and trying to get her stabilized. And Patel tells her, if it's me or the crew, you know what to do. And obviously Chapel's trying to reassure her, we'll get you taken care of. But her body's rejecting the cryo sleep serum, or the cryo serum, so they can't put her, I guess, into cryo sleep or anything like that to slow or stop the Gorn growing inside of her. And so Pike sends Spock down there to assist Chapel while they retreat back to Federation space. And so, meanwhile, on the Gorn ship, La'an wakes up due to her PTSD and her trauma from being taken by the Gorn the first time. She wakes up. She goes to rescue Sam, Mbanga, Ortega's, and Ortega's hand looks very disgusting. It's like it's been it's been eaten off, and we know that during kind of like a digestive area, so a lot of people basically they were being digested, and but unfortunately for them, the digestion process spits out things it can't digest, which lo and behold were their weapons. And so they get ready. So La'an's like, we're going to make sure that we get everybody that we can who's alive out of here and back to Enterprise. Meanwhile, Pike meets with April, and obviously it gets a little heated and debated because, you know, Pike points out that the Gorn are just going to continue to encroach on Federation territory. And Pike points out, he's like, you know, those billions of worlds are at the mercy of the Gorn. And April points out, we have an obligation to our member worlds, billions of people. And so it is not a conundrum, because Starfleet is still recovering from their war with the Klingon. They're not at full strength where they need to be, and the Gorn probably know it, so which is why they have been so aggressive. Now, we do learn a little bit about the Gorn later on in the episode, but April tells Pike officially their job is to monitor things along the Hermogeny line. Unofficially, find a way to throw a punch back at the Gorn to show them we're not so weak. We jump to Enterprise, where Scotty and Pelia, is that her name? Why did I forget her name? Working on basically configuring the device that Scotty made to hide himself, to make himself look like a Gorn, trying to modify it where it can make Enterprise appear as a Gorn ship, or like something like that the Gorn won't attack. And so Scotty seems to be like having trouble with it and things like that. And there's a moment where, because for some reason he can't remember how to do it. Like he made it in the heat of the moment. He just can't remember. And Pelia is just hammering him. Scotty, we write things down, and it gets a little touchy with them and everything. And Pelia basically plays a trick on Scotty, and she runs in like the Gorn is attacking, because we see him trying to put it together, but it just fails. She comes in yelling, the Gorn are attacking, the Gorn are here. You see him quickly put everything, like under pressure, Scotty's able to put everything together like it needs to. And it works. The shield is up. They pass you through to the shields, and they track the Gorn ship that they originally was tracking. It hit with the with the torpedo. So they track it, and they watch it as like it goes between two, I think they call it stellar flares. They track it and they watch it as it like kind of loses power, because it looks like it was flying directly into the sun, but it warps itself. Like the gravity of those two suns, those two suns propelled it, and potentially, so Pike deduces that this is probably the Gorn homeworld. Meanwhile, with Chapel and Spock, they're having conversations about how can they save Patel. So they try to do different infusions and stuff like that, but a lot of it results in a 100% fatality. They come up with a plan to use Una's blood, because she is Illyrian. I think that's right. I think that's how you pronounce it. Use her blood to kind of help boost Patel's systems, her body systems, to help fight off the Gorn. that results in like an 86% fatality. I mean, it's better than 100% for sure, but there is like moment between Spock and Nurse Chapel where she basically tells him, "I'm still going to take those 3 months with Corby, and we'll see how things are when I come back. Not as like as a couple, but as people." And it's a very tough moment for Spock. Sorry about that. Anyway, um, meanwhile, on the Gorn ship, their La'an and her team's plan is to basically commandeer a Gorn ship. So they also come across a device that has the transporter codes, meaning if they can get close to Enterprise or get back to Enterprise, they can send the information to the ship, and Enterprise can beam all the colonists that are still alive off of the Gorn ship and onto Enterprise. But before they get that going, they are attacked by the Gorn. A firefight ensues, and while La'an is focusing on a Gorn, we see one kind of like running in from behind her, and Ortegas jumps in. And listen, I have said this. I think I said this about season 2 when we got the Gorn. I love the look of them. They look so creepy and so cool. But a Gorn basically like impales Ortegas, and it doesn't kill her, but I feel like you miss. I don't think it's really tough to say because I feel like you miss that shock factor of her being impaled, because she survives later on. If you did not know if she was going to survive this or not, this would have left me shocked. Like I would have been like, is Ortegas going to make it? La'an goes and she takes her rifle and aims it at the Gorn's neck, blows its head off. Very cool fighting sequence happens here. Meanwhile, for Enterprise, they learn from Uhura and Una that the flares are causing, their cycles. There are periods where Gorn aggression is high, but then there are periods where Gorn aggression is not a factor. It's like none happens at all. And they deduce that the Gorn have an hibernation cycle that they go through. And so what their plan is to modify the shields, the hull and everything to create themselves as like a miniature sun to basically initiate that hibernation cycle for the Gorn. Also, there's a chance that the Enterprise can blow up, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there, obviously. And so they set their planning, because what happens is they watch as the Gorn ships go out, but then they come back in, and it is in a massive invasion fleet, because Una points out that this could be the start of a Gorn aggression, and they're heading straight for Federation territory. And so they have to put their plan into action quick to get themselves in position and start initiating the plan to cause the sleep cycle. Meanwhile, La'an and her team get a wounded Ortegas onto the ship. She's able to fly it and I love Ortegas, because she was just like, what did she say? Because La'an said something, because it was about like how Ortegas can fly anything. And it's like there was a funny statement that she made, but like Ortegas is just bleeding out here, and she's able to fly the ship out of the Gorn ship, get in close proximity of Enterprise. They were able to get the codes, even though it's jarbling over communications. They're able to get the codes, beam the colonists, beam them out of the ship, back on the Enterprise. Meanwhile, the Gorn head back through to their home world to start their hibernation cycle. And Pike points out that, because they, great job, we did it, kind of thing. It looks like we won't see the Gorn for quite some time. And Pike points out, yes, but did we make this somebody else's problem for the future? And so that is something that would have been cool to see. at a certain, like, I don't know how they would have done it for like other seasons, but a reemergence of the Gorn like this, like what Pike did in during his time with the Gorn. I would be curious to see what happens when the Gorn reemerge. Um, but 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 they're able to save the day. Everybody gets saved. Patel, they they work to get her taken care of, and everybody's on board. Ortegas is stable. It's a good win. It's a good win for everybody, and good moment with like Patel and Pike, because he's talking about how he doesn't want to lose her and he just wants to hold her. We can argue about rules and regulations later, because he mentioned that Una's blood helped her in this situation, and so. But overall, man, it was a good start to season 3. Really loved it. I hate knowing that everybody made it out alive, which I kind of feared they would, but it's just I would have rather waited to see like at least this episode to like, because again, if I didn't know Ortegas was going to survive or not, I would have been like all in. Like, I was just shocked watching her, because I was like, is Ortegas going to die? But knowing that she basically survives, because we see her in like later on in trailers and stuff like that. But again, overall, very good episode. Really enjoyed it. But that's relatively it. That's my review for Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 1. I will have Episode 2 review out on Saturday. But other than that, guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the other platforms down in the links below. And then don't forget, we are playing Batman Arkham Knight Part 3 over on the gaming channel later tonight as well. But guys, have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video.